I'm Trish from the Healing Moon, and this is Tuesdays with Trish. So last week we talked about how to clear and cleanse your crystals. Now that your crystals are all clear, we want to learn and talk about how to recharge them, because we do drain our crystals. We give them our negative energy. They are nice enough to take it from us, to help us release, and to constantly give us their positive energy. So one really common way that most people know about is to put your crystals out in the sun and moonlight. Most people know about the moonlight, the full moon, but it's really important to have that balance, the yin yang. The moon energy is female energy, but it's also good to keep them out during the sunshine as well. So most popular is to do it in the full moon, when the moon is full and beautiful and just shining brightly. So if you put them in the window that is facing the moon, or if you think ahead and know that you want your crystals out during the sunshine, it's great if you can do it in a window that faces the sun. If you want to get extra energy, put them out a couple days before the full moon, set them up in the windowsill, and let them have a few days of that beautiful full moon energy. A second way of recharging your crystals is actually using other stones. And I suggested some stones for cleansing your crystals, but one of the ways you can use to recharge your crystals is actually using clear quartz in a grid. And a grid is just using multiple crystals together for a purpose or an intention. So in this case, it's to recharge one stone or a few stones or a bowl of crystals. So what I suggest is using a few crystal points and direct them at the crystal you want to recharge or reboot. Quartz crystal's fabulous at bringing up the vibration of either people or objects like crystals. So using that technique would help to recharge and reboot the stone that you're trying to bring back to life, in a sense. You can keep them in the grid for as long as you want. You could do it for an hour or two. You could do it for 24 hours. I tend to like to do things for at least 24 hours when it comes to the crystals, so that they have a lot of time to adjust. Another simple way to recharge your crystals would be to offer it healing, literally. So if you are a Reiki practitioner or another type of energy healer, you can simply give it Reiki, and you want to set the intention, just like when you're doing healing work on a person or client. You want to set the intention of, what do I want to help this person, or what do I want for these crystals in this case? So if you're recharging the crystals just to reboot them to their optimum energy level, then that would be your intention. But if you want to set them for healing, you could simply hold your hands over them, or hold, if it's one stone or just a couple, or you want to work on each one individually, you could hold it in between your hands and just say that you're holding that stone and setting that intention and sending it Reiki or healing for the purpose of recharging the stone to bring it back to its highest vibration and fullest form of energy. You could also add the intention of, if it's, say, an amethyst and you're using that stone or for opening up psychically, you can actually set the intention when you recharge it that this stone is being recharged for the intention of opening up psychically. And therefore, when you're sending it that healing energy through Reiki or other energy work, you're setting that intention and infusing that into the stone. And the last technique that I would suggest is something that I've only done a couple times in my 25 years of loving and being addicted to crystals, is burying a crystal. And this is something that you can do if you feel a crystal is really lifeless, or if a crystal has picked up some really negative energy. I've worked with crystals to pick up negative entities, and I don't want to get rid of the crystals and just throw them away. I do want to try to save them. So when that happens, I bury them in the very back of my yard in a safe place, and do a little prayer and intention and healing with them. But I actually bury them in the ground, so any negative energy that was absorbed into the crystals will be released. In that case, that's a severe case, I will do that for up to a year, and I will not use those crystals until that year is up. Some of my stones I've had for a long time, and being a healer, they are used a lot. And sometimes they just get, you know, a little tired and need a little break. You can actually plant it in a plant pot, and you can do that if it's in a plant in your house. It's also a great way to make sure you don't lose the stone in the dirt. And you can even just do it for a full moon cycle. I've done that, and that has been just enough for some stones to get it back into the earth and give it a nice rest and to absorb some of the earth energy again, and it is refreshed and renewed and rebooted and ready to be used again. I hope if you have a crystal that you feel needs to be rebooted, that you try one of these techniques and let me know. Post below or send me a message through my website. Let me know if you try it and how the crystal feels afterwards. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Shine on and be a light for someone who needs it today.